Hey there, sacred sisters and wellness warriors. Welcome back to Chat Off the Mat. I'm your host, Rose Whippich, and today we're diving into something that speaks deeply to our feminine wisdom, and that's the year of the wood snake or the yin wood snake. And let me tell you, this year has something special in store for those of us walking the path of feminine power and wellness. You know how we often talk about nurturing others, right? That's our thing. That's our jam. We take care of everybody else around us. Well, this wood snake year is calling us to turn that nurturing energy inward through the beautiful practice of Yang Shen or nurturing life. It's like the universe is giving us permission to prioritize our own well being. And doesn't that feel revolutionary? Let's talk a little bit about Yang Shen. Well, it's a Chinese philosophy that means nourishing life. It's a practice in traditional Chinese medicine that focuses on preventative health care. You know, doing things ahead of time so that we don't get sick later. Right. That's a great concept, right? So that's what Yang Shen is about. So, nourishing life and Yang means nourish or nurture. Sheng means life or vitality. Also, Qi, that's energy. So it's all related. Balancing the body is important, balancing our energy, what comes in, what goes out. Too much of this, not enough of that. We need to balance all the components of our life. Also, following the natural order, right? What is the rhythm of the season? What is your personal rhythm? How you wake up in the morning, how you go to sleep at night, or when or where. So, these are important things to follow as well. So it's based on the idea that prevention is better than cure, right? So it's a way to maintain your optimal health before disease arises. And it also supports longevity and vitality. So we want to live longer, but we want to live more vital. We want to have more energy. We want to be ready to take on new things and live a great life, right? So, yeah, that's what it's all about. Let's start by understanding why this year is particularly powerful for us as women. So, in Chinese medicine, the snake represents wisdom, intuition, and healing, all qualities that we as women naturally embody, right? We all have wisdom. We are definitely intuitively guided, and we want to heal. We want to help people, but we have to also turn that intuition inward, that wisdom inward, and that healing towards ourselves. Now, let me break down this wood element because it's crucial for understanding our feminine cycles and our rhythms. So, in Chinese medicine, wood isn't just about trees and bamboos, though they're perfect examples of feminine flexibility and strength. Think about bamboo for a moment. It bends without breaking, it grows steadily upward while maintaining deep roots, and creates a sacred space within its hollow center. And that's exactly the kind of energy we're being invited to embody this year. But what happens when we're too rigid in our resolve, right? We're more like a tree where it's stiff and rigid and we aren't bending. When we're not flexible and only see things one way, well, we become narrow minded. We don't see the big picture. Actually, we may not even see the picture at all. And then we turn down help, the people that want to help us because we think we can do it all. And that can be problematic. And one way in which I see that energy, us using that energy is when we don't reach out for help, right? So when we think we can do it all, like I've got this, right? I'm going to just keep adding things to my to-do list. My planner is full. I can't add anything else on, but yes, I will do that for you, right? What happens? Something has to give. And what usually gives? Well, something in your immediate environment, right? Maybe you can't do something for yourself or for your kids. Maybe you start feeling, oh my God, this is too much. You get a panic attack, you get overwhelmed, and everything shuts down. Oh, wait a minute. I'm talking about what happens when that happens to me. Yeah. And I've learned that. I didn't know that before, but I realized when I start getting overwhelmed, it's like, okay, Rose, step back. What you got going on? What do you have that is way too much? And what can you take away? So we have to be careful about that too. Even though there is the wood energy this year, we need to use it wisely so that our energy is conserved. So taking on too much, definitely a lot of wood energy. So we got to prune it back. Right? Got to be mindful. We got to be discerning on what we choose to bring on that plate. And especially as we get older, we don't have the energy sometimes that we did when we were younger to do as much, but that's okay. We're wiser now. We don't have to do a zillion things. We can pause. We can take a nap. We can chill. We can go for a walk. We can do something fun. We don't have to work, work, work and do. We can say no when we really mean no. How many times have you said, yeah, sure, I'll do that. Sure, no problem. I'll take care of that right away for you. But I've learned to say no. I've learned to say, you know what? I really can't do that right now because I just can't. Without even giving an explanation. Darn, does that feel good? We need to set those boundaries, and boundaries are important. And remember the bamboo we talked about? Well, if you know anything about bamboo, bamboo grows. A lot of people plant bamboo because it grows and creates a border. So think about that border you want to create as well, right? But you can still kind of shimmy right through that border. So prioritize. Do what you feel you need to do. If you can't do everything today, bring it to the next day. If you can't do it the next day, maybe it's not worth it. So we need to prioritize what in our life is important. And once again, time is such a wonderful and beautiful resource, and it's fleeting. It goes by fast. So we want to be mindful of what we bring into our lives. Now, I want to talk about the wood element and how it connects to our meridian system. If you know me, I love the meridian system. It's the energy channels flowing through our bodies to and from the organs. Okay, so energy channels, think about the rivers flowing and moving, and what happens if something gets stuck. That energy, that water or the element doesn't flow. And when that energy doesn't flow, all right, things shut down, things happen. We talked about preventative care, Yang Shen. We have to be aware when things are just not flowing in our lives correctly, or when we're taking on too much. We know that something's going to get stuck. Somewhere along the way, something will get stuck. So, what organs the wood element governs is, or the liver and the gallbladder. And in acupuncture, which is falls under that whole Chinese medicine, liver and gallbladder meridians are primarily used to diagnose and treat things like palpitations, anemia, insomnia, heat symptoms that lead to dizziness, disorders associated with premenstrual syndrome, pre, peri, and menopause, anxiety and depression, and I'm sure so many others. Oh, and eye health. The liver and the gallbladder, right? They're associated with eye health. So seeing clearly, seeing the big picture. So we want to encourage the healthy flow of energy in our bodies. And we do that by lifestyle. What we eat, sleep, good sleep patterns, exercise, moving the qi throughout our bodies. Qigong is a great practice for that. Of course, I'm an advocate for Qigong. Everyone should try it. If you've never tried it before, you should try it because it is a game changer. It is wonderful. But in addition to the physical ailments that can arise when we have stagnant wood energy, there's also poor planning. All right. So, okay, I have my planner here, and my planner is so full, and I can't do anything else that day. Right. So that's poor planning because, I'm not giving myself any time to, maybe even eat or take a walk or do anything. So making sure that your plans are well thought out, that you have the right resources. I have a wonderful planner that I use all the time. I've been using the Passion Planner for 10 years. And yes, you can consider this a plug for it. And the link, I will put the link in the show notes. But it is structured in such a way that it helps me to really plan my days and my weeks, my time, and my life. So it's not just a daily planner, it's really a life planner. It's really a lifestyle planner. So it really helps me. So other things that are associated with wood energy not moving is the self-control or anger. When we have that feeling of frustration and we can't get things done or something's not happening right, that's associated with the energy stagnation of the wood element. So we talked about the wood element. Let's talk about the snake. So that snake energy that's coming into the picture this year, it's perfect for releasing stagnant chi in these meridians. When we move the body, think about even swimming or moving side to side, doing that qigong or doing yoga. It's loosening up all the connective tissue in the body, which is associated with the wood element. Because when there's stagnation in the wood element, there's also stiffness in the connective tissue, and the connective tissue is in and around the joints. Stiff joints. Got too much stuff going on. Got to loosen it up. Got to let it go. Carrying too much on my shoulders. Sitting too much all day. Doing too many things on the computer. I've got to move the body to move that energy. You think about that Kundalini energy rising within us from the base of our spines all the way up to the crown, swirling and undulating and moving. It's moving that energy within. Such a beautiful visualization of watching or visualizing that energy rising and feeling it in the body. And we could all feel that if we just pause and sit still for a moment and go within. And you can sense your body moving in that spiraling fashion. So think about your chi, your energy, your body, how it feels when that energy is moving. When we feel good inside, right? When we feel good physically, emotionally, and mentally, it's like we can conquer the world. We can plan well. We have a better judgment. We feel good. We feel happy. We feel that we accomplish things. These are all the things that we want to move towards. So, one of the things, or one of the practical aspects of Yang Shen is that, or practices, is that morning routines are really important, right? So, when you get up, stretching is a really lovely way to start the day. I know most of us will get up and we'll just start doing whatever tasks or chores that we need to do, but pausing and stretching will allow that connective tissue to open up a little more. Stepping outside if you can in the nice bright light, maybe letting some of that light into your eyes for eye health is lovely. Doing some gentle breathing practices as well is a beautiful way to allow for that energy flow to come into the lungs, because during the night we may be breathing more shallow. We also are allowing some toxins into our nose and into our lungs, right? If you don't open your windows during the night when you sleep, that's stagnant energy from breathing. And if there's people around that breathe with their mouth open, that's a lot of toxins into the air that you're also taking in. So I like to sleep with my window open, even a crack in the middle of winter, and it feels so good. And I feel better when I get up. For those of us walking the path of feminine leadership and growth, the wood snake energy offers special support for accessing our deep intuitive wisdom, pausing, going within, noticing what comes up for us intuitively, making decisions from that center. So when we are guided intuitively, we make better decisions, those that support us, leading with both strength and flexibility, right? Being empowered to do what we need to do, but also being flexible enough and knowing when we need to consider other options. Creating healthy boundaries, saying no when we really want to say no, not always saying yes. Nurturing ourselves while supporting others. We can do that. We don't have to always nurture others. We nurture ourselves we could still nurture others. And we could also ask for others to nurture us as well. So think about your morning practice, think about your evening practice, and think about a midday practice. Stretching, pausing, take a break, get up, walk around, blink, do some blinking to create moisture in the eyes. Even close your eyes, uh, rub your hands together, create some heat, and bring them over your eyes and allow that heat from the palms of your hands to go into your eyes. Another nice thing is to bring your hands behind the occipital region. Just gently massage that with your fingertips. That's the gallbladder meridian as well. Right? Releases some of the pressure in the head and the neck. All right. So let's take a moment now. Let's do a little wood snake energy meditation. If you're driving, you can pause this, listen to it another time. But if you're not, if you're laying down, maybe take a pause and then take a deep breath in. Nice long, deep breath in, filling up the lungs, filling up the body. And then exhale out nice and slow and long. And then on your next inhale in, feel the connection of the earth beneath you, solid and supportive. Imagine that you have roots growing from your body into the earth. And from those roots, you're drawing up energy from the earth. Mother Earth is there to hold you, support you, guide you. Let her support you. Keep growing those roots deep into the earth. Then as you breathe in again, feel green light, emerald green light entering through those roots. Let it spiral up through your body like a snake climbing a tree. With each breath, this healing light moves higher, cleansing and renewing each part of you. Feel the energy moving through your legs, your hips, your belly, your heart, your throat, your crown. And then imagine you're being surrounded by a circle, a protective circle of wise serpents, ancient guardians of feminine wisdom. They offer you their gifts of intuition, of healing, guidance, transformation. Breathe in their wisdom. Exhale any doubts. Breathe in their wisdom and exhale any doubts. Feel yourself become more grounded, more fluid, like bamboo in the breeze. When you're ready, bring gentle movement back into your body, or maybe blink your eyes a few times. Open your eyes and carry that wisdom with you. Let's talk a little bit about emotional wisdom, because this is where the wood snake year really supports us as women. The combination of wood element and snake energy creates this beautiful container for processing emotions without getting overwhelmed, for transforming old patterns that no longer serve us. We get to shed that skin. Snakes shed their skin all the time. So let go of what no longer serves you by shedding it. Let it go. Connect with our womb wisdom, that wisdom deep inside of us, the wisdom from our ancestors. Connect with that. Hear it, feel it, and know it. Strengthen your intuitive gifts. Create space in your day to just ask for messages from deep within. And building sustainable self-care practices. You know, we toss that word around, or that phrase around a lot. That's self-care. But self-care to me is something different than self-care for you. So I won't sit here and tell you what self-care is, although I gave you some tips already on how to take care of yourself, or some things you can do. But what about other self-care practices? What do you like to do? Do you like to just dance? Oh, wow. Dancing is probably one of the best things you could do for the year of the snake. Belly dancing. I've always wanted to do belly dancing. Well, maybe this year I'll try it. Why not? So, what are self care practices and what are new things that you want to try? What are old things that you try to maybe they don't really jive with you anymore? It's okay. You tried it, you don't like them, or maybe there's something that you dabbled in and you're like, I haven't tried that in a while and I really wanted to do that. Go for it. Bring it back into your life. And I would really love for you to share with me what it is. You can always reach out and let me know. I'd love to hear what your self care practices are. So, as we approach the year of the snake, the wood snake, remember that it's offering us an invitation to step more fully into our feminine power. It's not about pushing, forcing, it's about flowing, growing, and transforming with grace. So, before we wrap it up, I have a little mantra we could say to honor this wood snake year. I honor my rhythms. I trust my wisdom. I nurture my growth. I honor my rhythms. I trust my wisdom. I nurture my growth. It's beautiful and powerful, just like you. That's all for today, my beautiful soul sisters. You can check out more resources of mine by visiting my website and also my YouTube channel, where there's some yoga and Qigong videos as well. And remember, transformation doesn't have to be dramatic. Sometimes the most powerful changes come from those small, consistent acts of self nurturing we practice every day. So until next time, keep nurturing your sacred feminine energy. Don't forget, the wisdom of the snake has always been associated with feminine power. So it's time to reclaim that power.